Hello everyone, and welcome back for year 2 of Gustclan. First off, I wanted to welcome all the new subscribers, and that video got a lot more views than I was expecting, so it's great to see you all here. So this year there's not a whole lot that happened for the clans, and yet there was some juicy drama that happened towards the end of it for a few cats. So this one is probably going to be a little bit shorter than the other video, but yeah, hope you enjoy hearing where these cats end up in this year. So we'll start off with the cats that ended up joining StarClan. And first up for that is Thymol. And this poor guy, he started off the year by dying. He developed frostbite at the end of the previous year, and unfortunately, it ended up being so severe that he only lived for a few more weeks before dying from it. So, that was pretty sad. He was one of my favorite cats, and yeah, the first month in the second year, and he dies. So, he's gonna watch over everyone from StarClan now. Next up, we have Greytooth. Not much happened for the Elder, as he didn't live long. He did start off the year thinking about how much better life has become for the cats since they left their old lives behind, and is very happy about this. Besides that, he had a little disagreement with Pheasant River, but things were settled down between the two of them fairly quickly. And then just a little bit after, he decided to go for a stroll with RyanMuzzle, and unfortunately they got ambushed by some rogues, and he died. The last cat is RyanMuzzle. So he was starting to get back to his more normal self at the start of the year. He considered getting to know some of the other cats a bit better, Leopard Belly in particular, since he hadn't had much interaction with her before this. He spent some time hanging out with his clanmates, and everyone is happy to see him becoming a bit more social once more. He even goes so far as to go out for a walk with Greytooth, so the two can enjoy some fresh air out of the camp. Unfortunately, as they walk near one of the borders, a group of rogues wind up ambushing the two. They didn't stand a chance, and he died alongside Greytooth. So now the two, along with Thymol, watch over the clan from StarClan. So RoachStar starts off the year by going on patrol with his mate Pheasant River, and ends up complaining about RyanMuzzle and how serious the Tom often is. He figures the other cat just needs to loosen up a bit and enjoy life a little more. Besides that, he's also hoping that he's leading the clan well. Having the role still be so new to him, he often doubts each decision he makes. He checks in with Timberscar when she takes over the medicine cat role and helps her gather herbs and settle into it. When she gets a bit stressed about it, he comforts her and assures her that she's doing a great job. And as time goes by, he wonders if they'll ever receive any new signs from StarClan. He doesn't think on it too long, though, as he's often busy dealing with day-to-day things in clan life. Not much really happens for him besides that, other than he ends up saving his mate's life twice. Beyond that, he's just going around being goofy to brighten everyone's day when he sees them feeling down. Most cats appreciate this, but some see this as childish and not a great trait for a leader to have. While Pheasant River is out on patrol with her mate, at one point she starts to feel the ground beneath her disappear. Turns out that as they're stepping over a tunnel, it started to collapse, and she started to sink into the earth. Thankfully, however, RoachStar reacts fast enough and saves her from being buried alive. So she started off the year with a bang. Upon returning to camp, Greytooth teases her about it, which she snaps at him as she doesn't find it amusing, especially considering that was how Greytooth had died. The two find themselves at odds with each other for a bit after this. But it doesn't take long for them to get it all settled and for everything to get back on track, as Greytooth apologized to her for his remark, realizing it was in bad taste. And she's especially glad they made up when, shortly after, he and RyanMuzzle were found dead. Through the year, she spends a lot of time helping the other cats like usual, but due to how much she does and how much she pushes herself, it isn't much of a surprise when she starts to feel a bit overworked and even enters a stage where she's a bit depressed. It's thanks to Timberscar stepping in and helping her that she gets out of this funk and learns how to pace herself better. Towards the end of the year, she notices that Leopard Belly has started acting strangely. The two are friends, though not necessarily overly close, but lately the other she-cat has been acting particularly stuck up, which isn't like her. There will be more details on that later. And so Pheasant River kind of just lets her be, hopes that whatever's going on passes. And then to finish off the year, RoachStar saved her a second time from being buried alive as yet another tunnel started to cave in on her. So she's had 2 near-death scares in the year. What a time for her. Now, Timberscar is a constant, steady presence in the clan. She never fails to comfort each cat that needs someone to lean on. Her and Pheasant River are the ones that tend to the other cats and offer support in any way possible. After RyanMuzzle dies, she offers to become a temporary medicine cat so that her clanmates can still receive healing. When she'd first become an apprentice, she'd started off learning how to be a medicine cat, but later on changed her mind and became a warrior instead. So now she has more herb knowledge than the other cats, so it made sense for her to step into this role for the time being. Not much happens to her. She was really focused on her new role and helping her clan, that she didn't notice what her mate was up to behind her back, and just continues to live life normally, believing all is good. And, so that's pretty much where things are at with her. Not a whole lot happens. Next up, we have Wisp Crush. Right off the bat, he feels unappreciated by the clan and all that he does for it. He follows the rules very closely and makes sure that others do too, but it just seems like no one quite appreciates this. He often finds himself by Timberscar and listens to her and loves to learn about StarClan and clan history. Not being clan-born, there's always more that he's discovering about clan lore which he finds fascinating. During one patrol, he investigates some two-leg garbage and winds up with a torn ear from it. He finds the injury embarrassing, so will claim he got the scar by defending the border instead. Not long after, he slips on some rocks and dislocates his leg as well, leaving him to stay camp-bound for a bit as it heals. During this time, he becomes even closer with Timberscar, and the two end up becoming mates. She is the new medicine cat, though plans for it to be temporary, which is why they become mates. While stuck in the camp, he lectures other cats about the warrior code and makes sure everyone takes only what they need from the fresh kill pile. Everyone is relieved when he's well enough to get back to just going on patrols and giving him something else to focus on. He does have a moment towards the end where he has an affair with Leopard Belly, but is overcome with guilt, so things don't last long between them. When she announces she's expecting kits, he especially makes sure to avoid her as much as he can and spends more time with Timberscar. However, once the kits are born, he can't help but daydream what a life would be like to be part of their lives with Leopard Belly so they could be a little family. And that's where things end for him. And then with Leopard Belly, she started off the year by discovering a strange contraption that had two-leg scent all over it. As it turns out, it was a trap. She managed to escape with only a sprain, though. Shortly after that, she starts to realize she's been developing feelings for Wisp Crush. However, it seems he's got eyes for someone else, along with the fact her mate, Thymol, only recently died. Not having many other cats to confide in, she winds up talking to RoachStar and admitting this to him, hoping for some wisdom from the leader. Things start off a little awkward, but by the end, the two are having a meaningful conversation, and she leaves feeling a bit better about things. She goes on with regular clan life, not much happening for a bit. She focuses on working hard and just being a good friend to Wisp Crush. However, during her hard work and frequent hunting patrols, she winds up developing heat exhaustion. So while she's stuck in camp, she develops a better friendship with Timberscar, despite the fact that Wisp Crush became mates with her. There are a few times she finds somewhere high up to sit, and watch the sunrise or sunset and wonder what's beyond the horizon. Later on, towards the end of the year, she ends up announcing that she's expecting kits. Everyone wonders who the father is, but she refuses to say. However, when the kids are born, rumors stir that they look like Wisp Crush. As it turns out, the two had a very short affair behind Timberscar's back. Despite it being short-lived, it did result in the kits. She named the one kit Hickory Kit in honor of their leader that led them to their new life, and the other Cedar Kit. Finishing off the year, we have Flutter Patch. It was at the very end of the year that this guy came into the clan. He was a loner and had heard about clan cats, and he liked the sound of a clan life and decided to ask if he could join them. After a bit of persuasion, RoachStar agrees to allow the Tom to become a warrior. Flutter Patch feels a bit nervous being amongst all the strange cats initially, as he was used to being alone in life, but gradually settles into it. He does end up thinking that RoachStar is rather annoying. He always thought leaders were serious and bold rulers, and RoachStar is almost the complete opposite, as the Tom seems to enjoy being goofy and just having a good time and joking around more than anything. At least, that's how Flutter Patch sees him. Other than that, he gets along with most of the cats, and after some time, they all grow to accept him and see him as part of the clan. And so that's year 2 with Gustclan. So yeah, like I said, not a lot happened, but yet at the same time a lot did happen in regards to drama within the clan. I mean, Pheasant River almost died a couple of times, which I'm so glad she didn't, because she was one of my other favorite cats. And then there was the whole affair that resulted in some new kits. So yeah, that was pretty crazy, especially considering the fact that no one else caught on to the affair either. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Wisp Crush stays with Timberscar, or if in the 3rd year he's going to leave her and go with Leopard Belly so they can be a little happy family. So yeah, if you want to see how things unfold in year 3, like and subscribe, and so you'll be kept up to date on when I post the next video, which hopefully will be in, a week or 2, as long as everything goes well. And I hope you all have a fantastic day, night, whenever it is that you see this. And I look forward to seeing you guys around again next time. Bye!